Hey guys, my name is Jessica. I'm from Green Fever SA. This is my YouTube channel where I just like to talk about plants and sort of plant related things. I like to do a lot of conversions to leca. I like to do a lot of unboxings, and I like to do a lot of experiments, so testing things over a few months and showing you guys the process. If that sounds like something that you guys would enjoy, then please do consider hitting that subscribe button, and you're more than welcome to press the notification bell as well. I would like to talk about my beautiful Calathea Zebrina, and I'm going to give you a few little care tips and what it's been like for me to own this plant over the past 4 months, I would say. I'm going to insert a picture as well as the link below to when I hauled him. I put him in a haul video of what he looked like when I got him, and 4 months later, ta-da! Does this not look like a very different plant? Like it grew all summer long in the middle of winter, because it's only spring now. He's a bit crispy on some sides. Look at how luscious and full this is in comparison to this. I'm gonna take him out here quickly. He might drip, I did just water him. Let's pop him here. But has he not grown? I'm going to give you a few tips on the things that I learned about the plant that everybody hates or says is a diva. I'm by no means an expert. I'm by no means telling you that this is how you need to look after your Zebrina. This is just what I've found, and hopefully it might help some of you guys. At the moment his leaves are drooping because it's quite bright out and it is very hot at the moment, so he's a little bit droopy. So getting straight into watering, for me, I've found that what has helped me keep this plant happy and thriving and constantly pushing out new growth is giving him ample amounts of water. In winter I was watering him once a week. I do live in South Africa, so our winters can get very cold, but they're nowhere near as cold as, obviously, you know, like people in Canada and certain parts of America and the UK. Very spoiled with nice warm weather a lot of the year. And so yeah, so I was watering him once a week in winter. Now in spring, we are not even in summer just yet, and I am watering him every second day, and he needs it. It slowly grew that way. So I found that the transition of seasons is just when you really need to start looking at your plants and paying attention to them. This guy very easily tells you when he's thirsty. He does start to curl up his leaves like this. So he'll curl his leaves up a little bit like that. That could be either he's too hot or he needs more water. So when you see him start doing that, definitely give him some water. I noticed I was watering him once a week, then he really did need it twice a week, and now, every second day he really does need a little bit of water. I do only give him rainwater at this point. He doesn't get tap water. He does have some brown crispy edges if you look at the old leaves. Let's see if I can get you to focus. If you look at those old leaves, he has quite a bit of brown crispy edges at the bottom. Some of these I bought him like this. I did put him sort of in isolation when I was not sure if he had a disease or spider mites or anything like that, so he was quarantined for a little while, and in that period I forgot about him a little bit, so some of his leaves did go crispy because of not watering him when he needed it, and also having rather low humidity. Those ones went crispy, but if you look at all the ones at the top, they are all happy and healthy. The biggest thing I found with this guy is during winter, my humidity in my room is always brilliant because I keep the doors closed. It generally doesn't ever go lower than, I would say, 55 in winter. Now in summer, when it's just impossible to keep the doors closed in any of the rooms, and he lives in my bedroom, it's just damn near impossible. So on really, really hot days, I'll put him straight in front of the humidifier, but some days I don't. I just leave him on the other side of the room. The humidity in the room sits on average with the doors open, with the humidifier going at like 40%, so not very good. And he hasn't gone crispy from that. With giving him good water and keeping up on his watering, he actually hasn't minded being at a low humidity. He's not showing any signs of stress that he goes, you know, he goes for a day or two in pretty low humidity. And I honestly think it's literally just because I've been keeping the water, I've been on top of the watering. Other than that, there's nothing else I really need to say about this guy other than, okay, so lighting, he doesn't go anywhere near direct sunlight. He actually is in pretty moderate light. So the room he's in is quite bright, but he's off a corner. It's a north facing room, which here in South Africa is where we get like most of our bright sun, where the sun's sort of coming in from the side. He is close to the window, but he's off to the side and blocked by the curtains a little bit. So he's not technically getting bright lights at all, but he is in a well-lit room that does get nice sun. So if that makes any sense, he is very chuffed with life there. I had him in a section where every now and then in the afternoon in winter, the sun sort of for about half an hour a day would bring in this little tiny stripe and just sort of cross over him like this. And I did start to notice that then he was getting little burn marks, but I mean, he was legit getting like a ray of sun on him, so kind of makes sense. So I wouldn't give him any direct sun. Touch wood, I haven't had any pests. I could imagine that if he did get pests, it would be quite difficult to get rid of. You know, if you got mealybugs and that sort of stuff, mealybugs aren't the end of the world, but they can be quite difficult to actually get rid of when they go down inside all the like little petiole casings and that sort of stuff. So he hasn't had any bugs, but I do have a very healthy, good pest prevention system in terms of I wipe down my leaves at least every second week. It's generally every week, but sometimes, you know, obviously we get busy and things happen and you don't always have the chance to, but twice a month I wipe down the leaves of almost every single one of my plants, especially the more sensitive ones like Calatheas or things that can harbor bugs that are hiding from you for a little bit longer and be difficult to get rid of when they do get bugs. So caring for your plants in terms of making sure you're wiping down the leaves, I do spray them with water. It is rainwater that I spray them with in my bottle. I do put a little bit of dishwashing liquid in there, and I feel like it does a really, really good job of just, you know, 1, cleaning the leaves, and 2, keeping the dust off the leaves, and 3, keeping the bugs a little bit at bay. I spray it and I wipe it off immediately. But yeah, works really well for me. And I mean, this guy, I don't even want to, he is very full in comparison to when I got him, so I think I'm doing a very good job. The only thing is I do think he maybe needs to be repotted. I think that is part of the reason why I have to water him so much. I do think he's quite root bound. I know that Calatheas like to be root bound and that they don't like their roots to be disturbed, but at some point you have to do it. So I think I'm teeter-tottering on if I'm going to do it now, if I'm going to do it next summer or next spring. So I don't know if I'm going to do it now, wait a year, not sure. He's showing a lot of growth at the moment, so it would almost seem a little bit sad to do it now while he is growing. Maybe I should let him get bigger. But if I do repot him, you will see a video of it, because if I do repot him, I will be repotting him into leca. So if any of you guys would like to see how I transition Calatheas or Stromanthes or Marantas or that sort of a genus of difficult plants that do not like their roots to be disturbed, to completely disturb them and move them to leca, I will definitely show you guys that. I'm quite the whole reason I actually kind of want to is because I want to move him over to leca. So yeah, the urges are intense at the moment to move this guy to leca. I have moved a Stromanthe trio star to leca, and it lost 2 leaves and then just started pumping out leaves. So I'm really sad that I didn't video that process. To be honest, I thought I was going to lose the plant, and so I probably didn't want to document my failures. Because I do feel like I have a really good handle on this plant, I don't know if I just found the right spot for him and he's perfect for me who's an overwaterer. I just feel like if I did kill this guy moving him over to leca, obviously I'd be very upset and I don't want to do that to him, but I do feel like I could just go buy another plant and he would be happy and healthy if I just left him. So I really want to do it. I really feel like I'll be able to do it. If I do it, I will most certainly document the process and show you guys. If you guys feel like I should do it, please tell me in the comments. If you feel like I shouldn't do it, leave a comment below. I am probably going to leave it at that. I haven't really spoken about fertilizing. I try not to fertilize my Calathea and my Stromanthes as often as my other plants. I just do find if you overdo it with them, they do show it. So whenever I do fertilize, I just lower the dosage a lot than what the recommended dosage is on the bottle. It's probably every 2 weeks. Guys, I know a lot of people have a lot of bad things to say about Calatheas, and specifically Calathea Zebrinas, but honestly, I think if you keep up with the watering and you pay a little bit of attention to him, I can't see why it would be that difficult. And the proof is in the pudding, as they say. So here is my very happy, very full Calathea Zebrina, and let me know if you guys want me to move it to Lecker or not. I hope this video has helped you a little bit. If you have any tips or tricks that you would like to share with anybody, please do in the comments below. If you haven't already, please do consider subscribing. If you've watched it all the way to the end of this video, then please do hit that like button. Thank you guys for watching, and I really hope to see you next time.